How to test a scroll compressor. Scroll compressor testing is a very important task before performing any operation. Without proper scroll compressor testing or scroll compressor troubleshooting, different problems may occur during the operation. Here are a few tips for how to test a scroll compressor. Testing for leakage. Scroll compressor manufacturers perform the Hipot test is on a scroll compressor for testing leakage. But if it is done without running the compressor for a significant amount of time, it may show a high level of leakage. This is why this test should be performed only after running the compressor for a while. Testing vacuum condition. Manufacturers do not recommend users run compressors in full vacuum mode because it may damage the Fusite pins. This is why the user should check the compressor pressure by closing the suction service valve before running any operation. Testing for short cycling. Short cycling leads to less pressure, which is not desirable. Users can avoid this by installing a line check valve on the discharge section of the compressor. Scroll compressor not starting. Sometimes when the user applies charge only on the suction side, the scrolls may axially seal and the compressor will not start. For this reason, the user needs to apply charges on both the suction side and the discharge side simultaneously. Noise at shut off. When the scroll compressor is shut off, it is normal for a three-phase compressor to make a noise due to reverse rotation. But if scroll compressor noise is apparent in a single-phase unit, then this means there is a problem, because a single-phase compressors should not have reverse rotation. So, these are the basic scroll compressor testing or scroll compressor troubleshooting tips to ensure if the compressor is good for operation. Sunrise Metal Expert Chinese Scroll Air Compressor Parts Manufacturer. Sunrise Metal is one of the most well-experienced die casting parts manufacturers in China. The workers and engineers in our team have more than a decade-long experience in the die casting sector. These workers and engineers use their experience and talents to produce different types of internal parts of a scroll compressor. We believe in the high quality of the parts that we manufacture. For this reason, we use the most advanced and latest technologies available to make these parts using various die casting processes. Semi-solid casting and vacuum casting are some of the latest processes that we use for manufacturing. However, our additional services include die casting tooling. We provide die casting tooling service for scroll compressor parts. Our die casting tooling service includes tooling design, tooling manufacturing, and tooling maintenance. Die casting, semi-solid casting, and vacuum casting are some of the latest processes that we use for manufacturing. These processes ensure the quality of the scroll compressor parts as well as makes the parts precise. CNC machining. Our facilities have the latest Makino F5 CNC machines that we use to make the parts more accurate and precise. The highest positioning precision for our F5 brand equipment is +00015. Surface finishing. We perform anodizing, shot blasting, and other types of surface finishing operations on the parts. For this reason, our manufactured scroll compressor parts have high corrosion resistivity and are sturdier. Post-production operations. Our quality assurance team performs a quality check on the final products before we deliver them to our clients. So, these are all the services that we provide to our clients from Sunrise Metal. To contact us, simply visit our contact page and learn more about our services. How to test the valves of a scroll compressor. Usually, the scroll compressor doesn't have any valves, but some of them might have one. So, scroll compressor testing would include the testing of the valves as well. There are many signs that indicate if there is a bad or damaged valve in the compressor. The signs are, there will be a higher suction pressure than usual. And superheating or subcooling may occur due to mild damage to the valves. If the valve in a scroll compressor has damaged, or if it is bad, the drawing of air will be very low. A higher level of superheating and subcooling will occur. Due to high damage in the valves, there will be a lower liquid or head pressure than usual. So, these are the simple tests that can show whether the valves in a scroll compressor are in a good condition or bad condition. Is it possible to perform the pump-down test on a scroll compressor? The pump-down test is a test that requires a full vacuum condition. Manufacturers do not design modern scroll compressors to run in full vacuum condition. To be more specific, modern scroll compressors will cut off the power before reaching the full vacuum condition. Older models did not have this safety measure. For this reason, older models used to get damaged easily due to running in full vacuum mode. That being said, it is not possible to perform a pump-down test on a scroll compressor because, even if there were a way to create a vacuum condition, it would overheat the scroll compressor and damage the whole compressor. How to know if a scroll compressor is burnt out? There are several signs that indicate if a scroll compressor is burnt out. For example, if the scroll compressor fan runs, but there is no sign of cool air, then this is an indication that the scroll compressor is burnt out. Another indication of scroll compressor burnout is that the compressor will generate a bad odor from the hose. If the compressor is burnt out, there has to be acid in the system. An acid test can help to identify this. A burnt-out scroll compressor may have an open circuit. A simple ohms test will reveal that. There are mainly two reasons for scroll compressor burnout. One of the reasons is if the user does not maintain the scroll compressor properly or if there is a power surge. The other one is due to acid. The chemical reaction of air and other components inside the compressor may produce this acid.